Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. My name is WW Dadman, but you already know that. Let me really quickly see where we were. We have explored the moon, which is land on the moon with a Kerbal and plant a flag. Science data from space around the moon, plant a flag on the moon, test a bug on the launch site, and science data from space around the moon. Okay, surface of the moon. Okay, good. So did we actually design a lander already last time? Because I completely have no idea anymore. Moon orbiter, moon flyby, space hop, first hop, black knight, Kerbal grabber. No, we didn't. So this is the design stage for the next thing then. Which means we're also going to really quickly see how much science do we have. 75. Okay, we're not doing anything there. We have the fully upgraded launch pad. We just have a 255 part limit. Plan can perform EVAs, can plant flags. That's all good. Surface samples. That costs us 451 to upgrade. We easily have that, honestly, so I'm going to upgrade this research and development. Which means we can research higher tiers and we can take surface samples on the moon with the lander that we are about to design. So obviously we need something that can land, take back off and come back and land on Kerbin. So I have never used this command pod. I'm just going to use this command pod. How many people can go in there too? That's perfect since we need a pilot and a scientist. So last time Jeb and Bob went, so this time we're going to take Valentina as the pilot and Samson Kerman, our new recruit that we rescued from space, as the scientist, since he's a scientist. So this will be the Moonlander Mark 1. Okay. So obviously I'm also going to do the adjust of the vessel naming here and put this at the top. Sorry. Now when that comes back, it needs to land. So we need a parachute. I'm going to use the Mark 16 XL for that. Also some drogue chutes, since we're probably gonna need drogue chutes. Now, as for the re-entry, the biggest heat shield we have right now is one size bigger than this. So, I don't know how we're going to do this. Because I kinda want to be able... How big is this? Okay. I kind of want to be able to re-enter without having too much to worry about in terms of re-entry heat. Now, all this is, of course, the service module is going to hold all the science. That's too big for that service module. Honestly. Do we have the bigger service bay yet? No. Heck. Well, we're going to have to make do with what we have, which is basically something like this. Which we're just gonna lose the fairings on ascent with, like, the same way we would lose them anyway. And put in the rest of the science in here. We're going to take 2 coup canisters, seeing as we need this to be kind of symmetrical. Don't forget the Kerbal engineer. I'm gonna just put this actually also in here. The too hot thermometer. Honestly, we only need the stuff from the surface anyway, so one of each is more than enough, and we don't even need to like read them out. Don't need an experimental storage. We don't have anything else yet? The too hot and the press mat, that's all. Well, we also have EVA report and crew report. Those are gonna stay in there. And then we're of course going to auto strut this. And also manually strut this, since I don't want this to wobble in any way. Okay. And honestly, I kinda wanna make sure that all of this just works. So I'm just going to go ahead and say the brake button is gonna be lock temperature, lock pressure, lock temperature, observe mystery goo, observe materials bay, and crew report. Okay. Now this is the main landing capsule science thingy. What this needs now is engines. Engines that are of that size, that's good. Basically That's actually a little bit too... do we not have the others yet? That's the poodle, that's the skipper, that's the torch. Swivel, reliant, valiant, pug, terrier, valiant, pug. I don't still not know why I have two of the same things. Honestly, just make this a little bit broader and put a heat shield under this. Honestly, maybe take this one instead of this one and put a heat shield. So I'm willing to go with... What's that? That's the heat shield of that size. Weirdly enough, that's the only one that doesn't get skins. Because that's the next bigger. Either way. We have fuel lines, so that should be nice. And then we're going to just make this have 4 outliers with these. Also, I'm going to turn off my AC. Sorry that you had to hear that all the time. It's not like currently that hot in here because that's been running the entire day, so I can turn it off. Excuse me. Honestly. Honestly, just strut to here, and strut from here to here. Auto strut, auto strut. Then of course this also needs stuff on top, but I'm also going to give this inline reaction wheels. So this should be able to re-enter Kerbal without completely burning up. Especially if I add some more heat shielding, like right the heck here, if it will let me. Probably won't let me. So I'm just I'll need some more structural for that. And then just move that so it doesn't do stupid things. Like interact with the tanks. This should be fine. And you get the fuel lines from the inside to these, along these lines. And and a bunch of Terrier engines under this. Should be fine. This has 3000 delta V by its own. Easily has the thruster weight to land on the moon and get back up. Easily has the delta V to do that. Just needs frickin' landing legs. Interested in using these. Going to save that real quick, and then I'm going to try these out. Just landing this on the launch pad for a moment. That's hanging through a little bit, but it's standing. It's wobbling though. So I don't know. Also have no idea what's wobbling exactly. Revert flight. Could you just do me a favor and stop crashing? Why? Why is that suddenly fucked? I mean, we could use normal landing legs, but honestly, these look good and they work, so why not? Here's the dark variant. Start retracted. Auto strut to heaviest part. Spring damper. Can be auto, I don't care. Yeah. Fuel lines. Excuse me very much. Save. Batteries and solar panels. Batteries. Just batteries, no solar panels, because we don't have solar panels. On here. In here. One there. One there. Seems fine. I'm not gonna send anything, so we don't need an antenna. We don't have solar panels. We have all the science. We have heat shields. Good. Then decoupler. And then we're gonna have basically one ship for coming back. With that booster, because I'm like pretty sure that I'll need that to come back separately. For once we can why? Oh, that's why. But I should be able to say that one's not staged. So we can actually recover that one. Also, since we have the option here, do this. So this is obviously going to be the booster core. You're going to fly that with an engineer, because that way he gets out and just basically he needs to get out. Save that. Then the actual rocket. I still would love to have some sort of deployable kind of air brakes, but that's probably not gonna happen. Fuel. Oh yeah, I actually have the bigger stuff, don't I? Adapter? Yes. Yes. Good. Does a... Can you stop? Phone, please. Does a skipper have enough to do something about that? Not even slightly. So if I do this, so basically you're telling me I need more power. So let's overcompensate. No. Go on top of that. Yes. And have all of these go at the same time. Now it has enough. And also almost enough to go to orbit already. Can I have like a flat version of this? Because this is really fucking huge. I guess we're just gonna use the nose cone. Auto strut, auto strut, auto strut. Nope. And so that should be balanced in and out. Yeah. Good. Fuel balancer. Also, just to make sure this is not wobbling at all. This should be a sufficient moon rocket. This still does not have a way to land or well, it does have control. So it does not have a way to land. I'd like this to have these for control purposes. Like this to have honestly some heat shielding under this, but we're gonna make do without that. And then we need parachutes. More than anything else, we need parachutes. Don't know if that's enough. Should be though. All of these go in a separate stage. When this disconnects, these go. We're not very these that does not belong together. Like, come on, it's the same stage. Why are you not recognizing that? Kerbal Engine, like Kerbal Space Program, the actual game. Kerbal Engineer is fine with what it has. Anyway. Oh, forgot. I actually want these here and here, since this is also gonna get 4 decoupleable boosters, since we need to test the back. So radial decoupler and backs. Make sure this is a little bit lower so it doesn't crash into anything. It has a tiny bit of control, maybe. The other one, that thing, and a tiny bit of energy. And a tiny bit of control. And these are gonna get vessel naming booster 1, actually solid booster 1, and I'm just gonna copy paste that on the others. Solid booster 2. Solid booster 3. And solid booster 4. Then we have the distinct possibility of the center stage to land on land, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it some landing legs. And of course the boosters still need shoots, so radial shoots. A drogue and 2 main shoots should be enough. Auto strut to heaviest part. This does not have enough, obviously, so these start with that. And that should be fine. So we launch, decouple these, land those once we're in space. Fly this to space, decouple, fly this back. Honestly, this shouldn't go like fully into space. I'm going to make sure it at least like stays on a re-entry trajectory before the fuel runs out. Also, please. Why does the boat tail of those have to look like that? It looks so good though. Otherwise. Anyway. So we fly this back, land it, fly this to the moon, land there, fly back to Kerbal, land there. So much for the theory. It's fine from a gameplay perspective. Everything lands back. Nothing gets wasted. We can launch this in the next episode. And until then, I'd say leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. And I will see you there. Bye.